Hi, and welcome to In Brandon. Today we're talking with Scott Blyth, and Scott is the chairman of the Brandon Westman Council of Canadians. Welcome, Scott.
Well, thank you for having me on this day, Dave.
And so, who are the Council of Canadians?
Well, the Council of Canadians are, we consider ourselves Canada's leading social action, social justice organization. It has a number of chapters across Canada. This is a Canada-wide organization with a national office in Ottawa and some regional offices as well. We have about 60 different chapters across Canada, and just a little over a year ago, a group of us formed the Brandon Westman chapter of the Council of Canadians here in our area. So we're just a little over a year old in Brandon, but there has been Council of Canadians groups and action. Actually, the Council of Canadians first formed in 1985. It's interesting, back then there was a number of relatively famous people: Maud Barlow, David Suzuki, Mel Hertig, Farley Mowat, Margaret Atwood, who were sort of part of the driving force to get this particular group going, and it's been up and running now for 30 years.
So, and what does the Council of Canadians concern itself with? Like, what are you call them the pillars?
Yeah, we, the Council of Canadians, again, social action, so social issues that we want to concern ourselves, that we're concerned about, and want to make Canadians and world, people around the world aware of as well. And we have several different sort of what we call pillars that we are interested in and very concerned about, and they include clean water, fair trade, green energy, public health care, a vibrant democracy, and climate justice. Are the main sort of areas that we have most of our campaigns focused on and in regards to.
So locally, what kind of issues is the Brandon Westman chapter concerned with? What do you guys look at locally?
Yeah, I think we certainly take our lead from the national office as far as what they're interested in, and therefore what we're interested in, because we all are working together. And at any one point in time, there are issues that speak to all of those pillars that I've mentioned that are ongoing, that one could be involved with, and sort of running a campaign in regards to. What our local chapter has had a number of events we've held over the last year that speak to some of the interests we had at that particular time. Just in regards to just before the Paris World Climate Conference took place, we had a climate march here in Brandon. We've shown a movie at the theater and on the university, the Little Theater, called "This Changes Everything." It's a movie based on a book by a Canadian named Naomi Klein, who's a kind of a big hitter in the social action, social justice world throughout the world. Actually, we have just recently made a presentation to City Council about the Trans-Pacific Partnership Trade Agreement that Canada is considering getting to sign and be involved with. We have had a number of times where we set up a booth in the at the Shoppers Mall, and we've attended rallies set up by local trade unions, and I guess that's some of the things we've done recently or during our time since we've been up and running. What we have chosen to focus more on lately is the Energy East pipeline, and certainly the Council of Canadians are against the Energy East pipeline, and certainly with the news lately of oil spill in North Saskatchewan River shutting down town's water intake and water supplies, we feel a very timely issue, and a very important issue as well. We plan to and hope to have a gathering, a town hall kind of meeting where people can come out and learn more about this particular issue. That's the Energy East pipeline. Other projects that we're looking at include, as I've mentioned, we did make a presentation to the City Council on the Trans-Pacific Partnership, which once again the Council of Canadians feel is a bad deal, that we should not be involved with this particular partnership. It is a trade agreement, much like the North American Free Trade Agreement, if you aren't aware of the Trans-Pacific Partnership, what it's all about. So we're trying to make people more aware of what's going on with that. We are in the midst of, the Trudeau government is in the midst of asking people what they think about electoral reform. And what that means is that the way that we elect our government it's a system called first past the post system, and we've been doing this for a number of years. But if you look at actually the proportion of people who have voted for any particular party, and look at and realize that our, for example, the Harper government, our last government, was achieved a majority government with less than half of the popular vote. Something isn't quite right about that, and to look more to have a proportional representation type of scenario that we would have, where how our elections would be run by. That we're certainly looking to that. There are lots of countries around the world that have different types of ways they elect their parliament, for example, and they a lot of them do try to have a proportional representation involved. And I guess to sum it up, if for example 10% of Canadians voted for the Green Party, then the Green Party should have 10% of the sitting members in the Parliament. Would be what that kind of means. Another really exciting program that we hopefully will get up and running soon is what we call a social justice curriculum. What that means is that certainly in my experience with Council of Canadians, it's truly an issue of making people aware of what is going on around them, and what's going on with how their government is running things, and how things how they are running things, and to have a series of almost a series of talks, presentations that hopefully would be something that we could have offer to schools, universities, colleges, the radio, TV stations, just to get people informed about some social issues, and just what's kind of going on in regards to them. So we're really excited about that project, which is yet to get up and running, but we're just laying the groundwork for that at this time. So.
One of the things that I've noticed a little bit in the literature too, you've mentioned the Harper government, you've mentioned the Liberal government that's currently in, you've mentioned the Green Party, but the Council of Canadians has no affiliation, right, to any parties?
Right. Now, I think probably should just from the get-go should have mentioned that the Council of Canadians is a non-profit organization. We receive no money from any government source. It's all on supporters' donations. We are completely non-partisan. So we do not, although I have mentioned certain parties' names, it was not to intend to support them in any particular way. So our group is nonpartisan, and very, very much pride ourselves in being a nonpartisan group. So,
right.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah. We've got our chapter here in Brandon. How can you guys be contacted if people are interested in contacting the Council of Canadians?
I guess from just sort of how the Council of Canadians is set up, I mentioned it's a national body. We have a national office. There are regional offices, and we have local chapters. For example, the Brandon Westman chapter, and also there are lots of people who are Council of Canadian supporters who are keeping an eye on what the Council of Canadians are up to via going to their website. So I think it's not on our notice to you, but the one by going to www.canadians.org, that gets you to the National Council of Canadians websites, and certainly lots of good information there. In a more local way, our contact is, we have a contact, a person secretary, Heather Doty, D-O-T-Y. Her telephone number is area code 204-761-5710, and email address is cofcbrandonwestman@gmail.com, and that's C of C brandonwestman@gmail.com. Is a way to contact us in a local way. We're always looking for new members. We have every second Tuesday of each month we have a board or a committee chapter meeting where we run a meeting and talk about what's been going on and what campaigns and what issues to focus on in the next number of months. So we certainly welcome everybody to be, anybody who's interested, we'd be more than happy to talk to you and try to find a place for you in our Council of Canadians setup. Just to also note, this September, our meeting in September will be our annual general meeting, at which time there'll be election of officers, et cetera, at that particular meeting. So yeah, we certainly welcome calls. Certainly, if there's a group out there that would benefit from someone from the Council of Canadians coming out to talk to their group about a particular social issue, such as clean water, fair trade, vibrant democracy, clean energy, climate justice, health issues, that we'd be more than happy to have someone come and speak to their group at that time. So we certainly hope, we regard our group as one to hopefully help with increasing awareness about social issues, and so we'd be more than happy to be coming out to talk to your group if we could we'd certainly gladly set that up.
Oh, excellent. Well, thank you very much for coming in, Scott. And if anybody is interested in the Council of Canadians and want to contact them, the contact information was up on the board either. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you very much.